హలో ఇప్పుడు హలో అది పెట్టు చెక్ చేస్తుండండి నా ఫేస్ అంత ఓకే. Hello everyone, good afternoon. Welcome to ACE Online. So in this video, we are going to have some important current affairs. So which happened from October 1st to October 3rd. So my dear aspirants, I want to tell you one thing that so regularly, today onwards regularly, and you are going to get some important and qualitative current affairs which can be useful for you, UPSC civil service examination, SS related, RRB related, and State Public Service Commission. So because we are going to cover the national and international and also the state level, okay, and also science and technology. So all these current affairs we are going to cover and today onwards. So for every 3-4 days, so I cannot say every day, but I can say that between 3 to 5 days, for every 3 to 5 days between that, and you are going to get some important current affairs and also some important current issues also. Current issues in the sense, so anything happened recently, like any act or any decision taken by Supreme Court or any scheme launched by Government of India. Something, any issue happened, for example recently Women Reservation Bill. So like that, anything happened in India, so we'll come with issue related videos and also the regular current affairs videos also. So I want to tell you one more thing that so my current affairs videos are not just that current affairs, right? Current affairs in the sense what happened like that. No, not like that. So whatever happened at national level, international level, or science and tech related, so not only the basic current affairs, and I am going to provide some information related to subject also. So subject with current affairs or current affairs based subject, so that so it can be helpful for you any examination and in India, which is civil service or SC, CGL, CHSL or RRB, JL, any examination, and definitely my current affairs are going to helpful for you. So if you want to get the qualitative and time current affairs, so please subscribe this channel. So please subscribe this channel so that and you'll get the regular current affairs. Okay, so without wasting time, let us start with. So come to October 1st, and we are observing as a International Day of Older Persons. International Day of Older Persons, and every day we observe. So there are many people who have a curiosity. What is a curiosity? Sir, where is the need to celebrate a day? Where is the need to observe a day? See, usually we don't discuss about the older people. Usually we don't discuss about the cancer. So if there is a cancer day, if there is a AIDS day, if there is a day for old people, and definitely we are going to discuss. Okay, so that's why the United Nations or any other international organization regularly they try to declare one particular day as a cancer day or AIDS day or habitat day or any day like that, international day of older persons. Next, and the specialty of October 2, not only Gandhi ji Jayanti, but also the birthday of Lal Bahadur Shastri. So everybody knows that Lal Bahadur Shastri worked as a prime minister. So Jawaharlal Nehru, after death of Jawaharlal Nehru, there was a person called Gulzar Lal Nanda. So after death of Jawaharlal Nehru, Gulzar Lal Nanda worked as a prime minister for temporary days, for temporary time, a temporary period, like only few days only. So after that, Lal Bahadur Shastri worked as a prime minister. So during Lal Bahadur Shastri, there was a war between India and Pakistan. And the famous slogan given by Lal Bahadur Shastri ji, the Jai Jawan and Jai Kisan, and one of the powerful Prime Minister of India. Even though he worked for less number of years, but he is a powerful Prime Minister of India. So, and he worked as a Prime Minister of India till 1966. And he was a person, he was died in Tashkent, not in India. He was died in Tashkent. So because the India is going to sign an agreement with Pakistan in Tashkent, and when the Lal Bahadur Shastri went there and he was died. Okay. Next, October 2nd, and one of the most important day, International Day of Non-Violence. Usually October 2nd we Indians celebrate as a Gandhi Jayanti, but the birthday of Gandhiji declared as a International Day of Non-Violence. Of course, no need to discuss all these things, but based on this day, I want to give you some information about Gandhiji. See, if you want to ask a questions or tell me something about Gandhiji, it will take almost 1 hour, 2 or 3 hours. In a competitive examination point of view, I can discuss about Gandhiji 1 to 3 hours. But this is a current affairs video. But in less time, I will try to give you more information about Gandhiji in less time. So if you talk about Gandhiji, his titles, Mahatma, Rabindranath Tagore used to call him as a Mahatma, Father of Nation, and Subhash Chandra Bose ji, during a radio conversation, and he used a term called Father of Nation, and he called Gandhiji as a Father of Nation. Next, Bapu. So many people, especially Nehru ji, used to call Mahatma Gandhiji as a Bapu. And Kaiser-e-Hind, it is a title given by British. Because Gandhiji supported World War I. Gandhiji supported the World War I, which is led by British. Yes. So that's why he was given Kaiser-e-Hind title. And also some people called him as like Winston Churchill called him as a half-naked fakir. So these are titles of Gandhiji. And the journals which worked by Gandhiji, so Young India, Navajivan, Harijan, and Indian Opinion. So these are journals and where Gandhiji published his opinions or whatever may be. So journals. And what about Gandhiji books? The books related to Gandhiji. The story of my experiment with the truth, everyone knows that. It is like an autobiography. The Hindu Swaraj, 1909, when the Gandhiji was in South Africa. He decided to translate one of the Ruskin book into Hindu Swaraj. And also one more book, India of My Dreams, and one more book, The Key to Health. Everybody knows that Gandhiji was given a lot of importance to the cleanness. The Gandhiji was given a lot of importance to health also. So based on that Gandhiji vision only, and our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji launched a campaign called Swachh Bharat campaign. Okay, on October 2nd. Next. So everybody knows that initially Gandhiji went to England because he wanted to become a lawyer. He went to England, stayed for 2 to 3 years, again returned to India. And Gandhiji went to South Africa in 1893. So as a lawyer, he went to South Africa only on the basis of 1 year contract. So on the basis of 1 year contract, Gandhiji went to South Africa and he stayed in South Africa in 1915. So between 1893 to 1915, and Gandhiji returned to India 3-4 times. Okay, but he was stayed in South Africa till that time. So 1914, Gandhiji travelled from South Africa to England, and from England he travelled to India. So in 1915 January, so 1915 January 9th, Gandhiji returned to India where he was reached the Bombay coast. And that January 9th, we are celebrating as a NRA Day. That January 9th, we are celebrating as a NRA Day. And when he was in South Africa, and he was launched a journal called Indian Opinion. Because he want to publish the information, he want to publish his opinion, what is happening in South Africa in different languages, that is Indian Opinion, a journal, a newspaper. And he was found an organization called Natal Indian Congress. Because Gandhi stayed in Natal province of South Africa. So when he was in Natal, he found an organization called Natal Indian Congress and to work for the Indian people. And also Gandhiji founded ashram. In our language it is called ashram, right? So Gandhiji founded Talshay ashram and Phoenix ashram in South Africa. But when Gandhi returned to India and he was founded Sabarmati ashram, everybody knows that, Sabarmati ashram. And later Gandhiji shifted the ashram from Sabarmati to Maharashtra. Sabarmati to Maharashtra. Is it clear? Okay, right. So later, so about the Gandhiji biography in India. I told that 1915 January 9th, Gandhi returned to India. By 1916, he was set up Sabarmati ashram. Okay, right. And later 1917, he was launched Champaran Satyagraha. Which is the first Satyagraha in India. So Gandhiji launched first Satyagraha in South Africa actually. So 1906, Gandhiji launched first Satyagraha in South Africa. So against a bill, against a decision taken by the South African government, which discriminated the blacks as well as the Asian people. So Gandhiji, first satyagraha in South Africa, 1906. So Gandhiji first satyagraha in India, that is Champaran satyagraha in Bihar, against Tin Katiya system. Against Tin Katiya system. Later, so 1918, so Gandhiji launched a satyagraha called Kheda Satyagraha. So Kheda Satyagraha in Gujarat, Kheda Satyagraha. So on the behalf of people, he fought against British government. And also he was launched Ahmedabad textile mill strike. So Ahmedabad textile mill strike. So Gandhiji launched. Because there are laborers or workers who are working in a mill and they are demanding the owners, they are demanding the factory owners to increase their bonus, to increase the basic salary. But owners denied. Then Gandhiji went there, worked on the behalf of, protested on the behalf of these laborers. Okay, and here Gandhiji threatened the owners and he decided to go for fast unto death. Fast unto death. So when Gandhiji went for fast unto death in India during the Ahmedabad textile mill strike. And 1919, Gandhiji was given first Bandh. Gandhiji was given call for first Bandh, we can call as a Hartal, on April 6th. Okay, that is in 1919. And in 1919, the British government come up with an act called Rowlatt Act. And Gandhiji called that act as a Black Act. Later, 1920-22, Gandhiji launched non-cooperation movement. Non-cooperation movement. And this movement was suspended based on Chauri Chaura. 1930-34, Gandhiji launched Dandi Satyagraha, which is also known as Civil Disobedience Movement. 1940-41, Gandhiji launched Individual Satyagraha. 1942, Gandhiji launched Quit India Movement. And during this Quit India Movement only, Gandhiji was given a slogan called Do or Die. So as you know that in India, from 1920 onwards, the national movement was led by Gandhiji. So most of the movements led by Gandhiji, most of the decisions taken by Gandhiji only. Okay, so this is the information I can give you as part of current affairs. Next, October 2nd, one more thing, World Habitat Day. So we are celebrating World Habitat Day on Earth. So we have to secure and ensure that safe of this habitat, right? Every person, every human being on Earth has a right to get the habitat, right? Okay. So this time the theme is resilient urban economies. Usually we celebrate World Habitat Day first Monday of October each year. There is no specific date actually. Whatever the first day of October, and that can be called as a World Habitat Day. So our habitat and emphasizes the fundamental right of every individual. This year theme is resilient urban economies, cities as drives of the growth and recovery, nothing but resilient urban economies simply. Okay, so try to remember the theme. Okay, and some appointments here. So Sharat Kumar, he was appointed as chairman of Press Trust of India. As you know that, so Press Trust of India, nothing but it is a government official, is run by government, and which gives the current affairs, day-to-day things which are happening in national level and international. That is called Press Trust of India, and the new chairman of PTI, the Sharat Kumar. Next, Saugata Gupta appointed as the chairman of Advertising Standards Council of India. So ASCII is nothing but in terms of computer. No, it is not the computer related term. It is related to Indian government, the Advertising Standards Council of India. Usually every day and every time, every hour, hundreds of thousands of ads are playing at electronic media and all other mediums, right? And those advertisements are regulated by and the guidelines given by this organization called ASCI, the Advertising Standards Council of India. Now the new head is Saugata Gupta. Next, Lieutenant General Raghu Srinivasan takes over as the Border Road Organization Chief. So there is an organization called BRO. Usually we have Army, Navy, and also what we call Air Force, right? At the same time we have some forces like CRPF, Central Reserve, CRPF is there, BSF is there, Border Security Force is there, Assam Rifles is there, CRPF is there. Like we have many organizations are there, right, related to military. So then what is the role of BRO, sir? Border Road Organization. So India is having border with Bangladesh, border with Bhutan, border with China, and border with Pakistan, border with Afghanistan. Like we have border with many countries. Definitely at the border, we need to construct the roads. We need to construct the roads, or buildings, or bridges, and we have to maintain also. So for that purpose, we have a special organization called Border Roads Organization. And this border road organization has the responsibility to build roads across the border. So that is called BRO. So I have given some information about BRO because there is a chance to ask a question, which of the following statement is about BRO, or what is the role of BRO? Like that there is a chance to ask the question. So it is a road construction executive force in India that provides support to Indian armed forces. The BRO formed in 7th May 1960 to secure India's border and develop infrastructure in remote areas of the northeast states of the country. BRO develops and maintains the road networks, India border areas and friendly neighboring countries. So totally 19 states and 3 union territories including Andaman and Nicobar where the BRO is working. And also we are working with Afghanistan, Bhutan, Myanmar, Tajikistan and Sri Lanka also. So BRO is operating many infrastructure roads not only in the states and UTs but also in these countries also. Okay, that is the responsibility of BRO because border areas are very, very important. Next, Leander Paes is the first Indian and also first Asian who are part of International Tennis Hall of Fame. So Leander Paes, the first Indian tennis player to be included in the International Tennis of Hall of Fame, the first ever Indian. Okay, you know about the Leander Paes? Yes, he is a person who has given inspiration to many young people and to learn and play the tennis game. And you know about Sania Mirza also. And he is a person, he won 8 Grand Slams. 8 Grand Slams. He won 8 Grand Slams as a double. Is it not a single player? Double player. And I also won 10 Grand Slams as a mixed double player. So mixed in the sense men and women. So if he is playing with men, it is called doubles. If he is playing with women, that is called mixed doubles. And he, Sania Mirza, won many Grand Slams. So Leander Paes was a person who won totally 18 Grand Slams. And he was awarded with Arjuna Award. He was also awarded with Padma Bhushan also. Leander Paes awarded with Padma Bhushan also. Okay, the great person, Leander Paes. He deserves everything. Next, new president of Maldives, Mohammad Moizu. So new president of Maldives, Mohammad Moizu. Actually, we are worrying about this person because he was a pro-China person, not pro-India person. If countries like Maldives, plays always a key role in the ocean. Why, sir? Because if you observe that, so this is the India, this is Sri Lanka, where you can see the Maldives. So if the Maldives is under influence of China, definitely we are going to face a problem. Because Maldives, which are very much near to India, if the Maldives is indirectly under control of India, it is going to benefit India. So now today, this Maldives new president is pro-China. So obviously give more chance to China. He will take more decisions related to China, definitely, which is a kind of dangerous things too. I cannot use the word dangerous, but definitely it is a problem to India. He may take more decisions which are related to or encourage China. Okay, right. So Maldives new president is Mohammad Moiz, and the ex-president is Ibrahim Mohamed Solih. Is it clear? Okay. Now, based on this, I want to tell you few things about the Maldives. You can see this is the Indian Ocean. Everyone knows that. Of course, here is we have Bay of Bengal. Here is Arabian Ocean. Totally, this is called Indian Ocean. And here we have a Lakshadweep Sea. And here we have the Maldives. Okay, right. So now come to Maldives. It is a group of islands. I think it is a country which is spread over very, very big area. Because tiny islands are there. If you observe this Maldives, okay, for example, from north to south, which is more than 900 kilometers, north to south, roughly I'm telling, north to south more than 900 kilometers. I think nearly 1900 islands are there. And Maldives is the lowest country in the world. When compared to sea level, which is the lowest country in the world. Maldives is the lowest country in the world. Maldives is the smallest country in the world in terms of geography, in terms of population. So in terms of geography, in terms of population, Maldives is the smallest country in Asia. And Maldives is the lowest country in the world when you are talking about the sea level. And when you go to Maldives, you cannot see any mountain. Suppose if you go to any country, you can see many number of mountains are there. Maldives is not having any mountain. And for example, if this is the ocean, what is the highest point here? You can observe 2 meters, 3 meters like that only. Maldives is having the highest point is, if I am not wrong, like 2 meters like that only. Only 2 meters height only. So most of the land in Maldives, which is almost near to ocean, which may be like 1 meter, 2 meter like that only. Is it clear? So remember these points about the Maldives. Next, International Olympics Committee, Climate Action Awards 2023. So I was thinking that when you're talking about the sports, we also should think about the climate also. Any person, any organization related to sports, if they are working for climate, if they are working against climate change, and definitely they will be recognized, they will be awarded. So IOC started this kind of award called International Climate Action Award. Okay, and these awards given in 3 categories: sustainable travel, innovation, and athletic advocacy. So in this 3 category, the IOC recently announced award. In terms of sustainable athlete category, the British fencer Marcus Mepstead was given an award. And World Sailing in terms of International Federation category. And Spanish Olympics Committee in terms of NOC category. And in terms of innovation, athlete category, the Peruvian sailor Paloma and Sochmith. In terms of International Federation category, the World Rugby was given award. So what are all these things, sir? These are the organizations, these are the people not only participating in sports but also working against the climate change. They are working for the climate. Next, Nobel Prize. So Nobel Prize not completely awarded. So definitely I am going to make a special video once all Nobel Prizes were announced. So till this date, they announced Nobel Prize in medicine as well as the physiology. Everybody knows that Alfred Nobel, and who invented the dynamite, on his name, and we are giving awards from 1901 onwards, and we are giving Nobel Prizes. So my dear students, can you put the list of names in the comment section? So who are the Indians which are awarded by this Nobel Prize? Who are the Indians? I am asking the question about who are the Indians which are awarded with the Nobel Prize. Who are the Indians? Or how many Indians? Everybody knows that Rabindranath Tagore, okay, Mother Teresa, Chandrasekhar, like that. So try to give, but I am going to make a special video on Nobel Prize. So the Nobel Prize in Physics 2023 was given to 3 people. For experimental methods that generate attosecond pulse of light for the study of electron dynamics or matter. Of course, I am not giving in detail. I told that I will repeat the same thing. We'll discuss in detail what is this matter, why these 3 people give an award, and their country. We'll discuss in detail after 1-2 days. The Nobel Prize in Physiology also given to 2 people, especially for inventing vaccine against COVID. Next, mathematician Ruixing Zhang to receive 2023 Sastra and Ramanujan Prize. Everybody knows that we have a great person called Ramanujan, and the great person like mathematician Ramanujan. So in the name of Ramanujan, 2005 onwards, we are giving awards to some young mathematicians from 2005 onwards. So this time we given award to this person called Ruixing and Zhang. Okay, right. Next, recently the WIPO, so World Intellectual Property Organization, recently a report called Global Innovation Index. So they are going to give the rank. Sir, what is this Global Innovation Index, sir? Simply, every country, every place and people have some kind of innovation. So how countries are supporting this innovation? How this country is supporting the innovation? How much they are innovated? So obviously we are going to give the rank. And Indian government also recently, if you observe that from the last 10, 15 years or 20 years, we're encouraging research and development, and we're encouraging many projects also, smart cities or whatever maybe, and space technology is there. We're encouraging space also, okay, and startup program also. Niti Aayog also releasing so many reports. Niti also setting many guidelines for the states to encourage research and development and innovation. So we are doing our best come to innovation thing. So this organization will go and check how these countries are really innovated. So based on that, they are going to give the rank. So this Global Innovation Index is published by WIPO, World Intellectual Property Organization. World Intellectual Property Organization. How many members are there? 103 members are there, like UNO. And IPPSC convention was established in 1967. So let us see the ranks of countries who are top in this innovation index. If we talk about the country, Switzerland is number 1. In overall rank, Switzerland number 1. Since many years it is ranking number 1. And next to Sweden, next to United States, next to United Kingdom. So if so observe that, that is called SW, UN and UN. So top 4 countries. Okay. So what is the number 1 country? Switzerland. Number 2, Sweden and United States and UK. Sir, what about India, sir? India rank is 40. So in the Global Innovation Index, the rank of India is 40. In 2015, the rank is more than 80. In 2015, the rank is more than 80. In terms of 8 years, and our rank improved from 80s to 40. That is a great thing. What about the last rank, sir? Angola. Angola, which is in last rank. That means least innovation. Very, very less innovation methods. Okay, this is in total number of countries, Switzerland tops in terms of innovation. Highly innovative countries it is, in terms of government or people or whatever may be. Now come to region wise in the sense, in terms of Asia, in terms of Africa, in terms of North America. If you talk about the region wise, the Latin America and Caribbean. In terms of Latin Caribbean, Brazil, Chile, Mexico. In terms of North America, obviously United States, Canada. In terms of Sub-Saharan Africa, South Africa, Botswana. And in Europe, obviously Switzerland and Sweden. And in terms of Northern Africa, Western Asia, Israel. In terms of Central and South Asia, India. That is important. So, if you talk about entire world, Switzerland is number 1, India rank is 40. But if you talk about the region wise, in Central and South Asia, India is the number 1 in terms of innovation index. Later Iran, later Kazakhstan. If we talk about Southeast Asia, East Asia, number 1 is Singapore. Okay, right. I don't know how they are going to ask the question. They'll ask maybe the first rank, that is Switzerland. Maybe India rank 40. Maybe in terms of Central Southern Asia, India. Maybe they'll ask a question like that. And top 3 innovations economized by income group. See, this is overall rank, Switzerland number 1. This is region wise, the place wise are okay. And this is the income wise. Because you know that the developed nations, developing nations, okay, and the poor nations are there. Usually the high income countries are nothing but called developed nations. And we have middle income countries are there. High income countries are developed nations, middle income countries are developing nations. We are not using a term called developed and developing. We are using a term called high income, we are using a term called middle income countries. And poor countries nothing but called low income countries. So in terms of that, obviously in terms of higher income, Switzerland number 1. In terms of upper middle income, China number 1. In terms of royal middle income, India is number 1. And in terms of low income, Rwanda number 1. So when you talk about India, 3 things you have to remember. Number 1, in terms of Global Innovation Index, India rank is 40. Okay. In terms of the Southeast Asia, Central Asia, India number 1. And in terms of the lower middle income country, India number 1 rank. Clear? Okay. And this time, not only they list out the Global Innovation Index, and also they mention the top science and technology clusters. They identified some cities, some areas where they given more importance to science and technology, more importance to research and development. So in around the world, in entire the world, they identified 100 places which are giving lot of importance to science and technology and research and development. Is it clear? So they identified 100 clusters, 100 areas are there. The areas in the world where the highest density of inventors and scientific authors also located. So more scientific authors are there and more inventors also there in that area. So when they encourage science and technology, more inventors are there, more scientific authors are there. Tokyo, Yokohama, followed by Shenzhen, Hong Kong, and Guangzhou, Seoul, Beijing, and Shanghai, Suzhou. These are the top clusters where they have more inventors and more scientific researchers, more scientific authors. Okay, so that is what. So S&T clusters are China now has the largest number of clusters in the world. Now they'll ask you a question. According to Global Innovation Index, which country has more number of science and technology related clusters? Answer is China. Simple question. Very simple question. As per Global Innovation Index, so which city top one in terms of science and technology cluster? That is Tokyo, Yokohama. Sir, you're talking about top, you're talking about China. Sir, what about India, sir? So don't we have the science and technology clusters? Okay, yes, we have, but out of 100 in the world, India is having only 4 cities. So come to Global Innovation Index report. In that report, out of top 100 science and technology clusters, India is having only 4 cities in the list. 4 cities only. That is called Chennai, Bengaluru, Mumbai and Delhi. So these are the 4 cities which are mentioned as a top 100 science and technology clusters, but not in top rank. So come to India. In 2015, the rank is 81 and 40, 2023. Okay. So as per Global Innovation Index, India need to improve more on infrastructure, more on business sophistication and more on institutions. To improve our innovation, we need to focus on all these things. Okay. Next, President grant assent to Constitution amendment provide women reservation in Lok Sabha and assemblies. Everybody knows that recently the new parliament building passed a bill called Women Reservation Bill, which is historic in nature. So it is pending in the parliament since many years. So finally it got approved from President of India. Everybody knows that every bill can become an act. Every bill can become act if it is approved by Lok Sabha, if it is approved by Rajya Sabha. Any bill can become an act if it is approved by Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, then to send to President of India. Once President of India given his assent, that can become an act only. So now let us have some information about the Women Reservation Bill in examination point of view. So it is nothing but called 128th Constitutional Amendment Bill. Okay, the bill has a name called Nari Shakti Vandan Abhiyan. The bill name is Nari Shakti Vandan Abhiyan. So this bill is going to provide 33% a political reservation in the Parliament and State Assembly. So let us saw some important data about the Women Reservation Bill. Definitely there is going to ask the question in civil service, any state level and any examination. See, so the bill was passed in special parliament session which started 18 September. The bill number is 128th Constitutional Amendment Bill. But the once become the act, it is called 106th Amendment Act. So what are the articles included in the Constitution? So 239 AA, which includes 3 sub-articles BA, BB, BC, 330A, 332A, 334A. So these are the new articles inserted into Indian Constitution. Next. So this is the 17th Lok Sabha. When the Constitution bill was passed, Lok Sabha Speaker is Om Birla. So Women Reservation Bill introduced in the Lok Sabha 19th September by the Minister of Law and Justice Arjun Ram Meghwal, and this was approved by Lok Sabha 20th, passed with only 2 MPs opposed, every MP present in the Lok Sabha supported. So the party is MIM party, which is Hyderabad based party. So this is only one party. This party is having 2 MPs. This is only one party opposed Women Reservation Bill. All political parties supported the bill. This is Lok Sabha. Now come to Rajya Sabha. So at this point, when the Women Reservation Bill is passing, the Rajya Sabha chairman is Jagdeep Dhankar. So the bill is introduced in Rajya Sabha 21st September and approved in the Rajya Sabha 21st September same day. So there was no opposition against Women Reservation Bill. All the MPs present in the Rajya Sabha supported. In the Lok Sabha, 2 MPs opposed. So there is no problem because every political party supported Women Reservation Bill. If they oppose, what happened? If you know that, women is not going to be voted. Okay, this is Women Reservation Bill, some basic information. Okay, now come to main point about the Women Reservation Bill. Reservation to whom? Women. Reservation to whom? Women. Where? In political matters. Okay, where? In parliament and state. In parliament and state. So women will be given 33% reservation in parliament and also state assembly. When talk about the parliament, 2 things are there. Lok Sabha is there, Rajya Sabha is there. So where women was given 33% reservation? Only in Lok Sabha. My dear students, remember that women reservation was given only in Lok Sabha. That means today 543 seats are there. So 33% of 543, like that. So come to Rajya Sabha, there is no women reservation. Why, sir? Because Lok Sabha members are elected by people. Rajya Sabha members are not elected by people. That's the reservation was not given. Come to state. In state also 2 houses are there. Legislative Assembly, Legislative Council. Sasana Sabha and Sasana Mandal. So Legislative Assembly, Legislative Council. Okay. So Legislative Assembly member is called MLA. Legislative Council member is called MLC. All the MLAs of state directly elected by people, but MLCs are not directly elected by people. So out of all the states, only few states are having this legislative council. I'll explain in detail. So when talk about the parliament, we have 2 houses. That is Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, 2 houses. When you talk about the state, 2 houses are there. Legislative Assembly, Legislative Council. So what I'm trying to say here, every state is having Legislative Assembly, that 1 house, but not all states are having Legislative Council. Only few states are having Legislative Council. So that's why reservation was not given in Legislative Council. So what I'm trying to say finally is the women reservation was given only in Lok Sabha, only in Legislative Assembly of state. Okay, right. In India, all states are having assembly. What about UTs, sir? What about UTs, sir? Not all UTs are having assembly. Only 2 UTs are having assembly, that is Delhi and Pondicherry. So Pondicherry, Delhi, both are having assembly. Sir, do they have the women reservation bill? Yes, only Delhi. Only Delhi assembly was given women reservation and Pondicherry assembly was not mentioned here. So what I am trying to say finally, women reservation was given 33% in Lok Sabha, in state legislative assembly, in Delhi assembly. So in 3 places only the women reservation was given. Because there is a chance to ask the question, so in which of the following, women was given reservation politically, that is 33%. A, Lok Sabha, B, Rajya Sabha, C, State Legislative Assembly, D, Legislative Council. So what is the answer? That Lok Sabha, State Legislative Assembly. So that clarity you need to maintain. Okay. Any reservation for caste? Obviously. So they are given 33% reservation. What do you mean by that? Let me give example. For example, 100 seats are there in Lok Sabha. 100 seats are given in Lok Sabha. 33% means 33 seats. 33 seats will be given to whom? Women. In this 33, some of the seats are given to SC, some of the seats are given to ST, but not BC. BC was not given reservation, ST given, SC given. So within 33, 1/3 will go to SC, 1/3 will go to ST, remaining are general or open category. Is it clear? Yes. OBC was not given, OBC women was not given reservation. How reservation decided, sir? No idea. So in India totally 545 seats are there. Out of 545, which seat will be reserved for the women? In Telangana, in Delhi, in Manipur, in Gujarat, in Tamil Nadu. So in which state and which seat will be given reserved for women? No idea. That will be decided by Parliament through Act. We don't have any idea. So when reservation is going to effective? Not now. Women reservation is not going to be implemented now. First of all, the government has to conduct the census. That means first they need to conduct the population. So because, sir, why not now, sir? If the population is conducted, if the census is conducted, maybe women population is going to be increased. So when there is a more women population, and women will get the more number of seats, obviously. So after connecting senses, they are going to connect to delimitation also. So what is delimitation, sir? Nothing but they are going to reorganize the constituencies. For example, India. India in Lok Sabha totally we are having 543 Lok Sabha seats. 543 Lok Sabha seats. So delimitation in the sense we are going to organize the new constituencies. That means number of constituents are going to be increased. Okay, right. We'll discuss separately about the delimitation. So women reservation is not going to be implemented now. First, elections has to be completed, number one. Later, census has to be conducted. Later, delimitation has to be conducted. Later, women reservation is going to be implemented. So we are hoping that in 2029 election only, women reservation will be implemented. Okay. So what are the articles which are added into this Indian Constitution regarding women reservation bill? So they had an article called 239 AA, and this article reservation given to Delhi. Okay. Next 330A. So as per this article, 1/3 reservation given to women in Lok Sabha. House of People means Lok Sabha. So this article given women reservation bill, women reservation in Delhi. This article given women reservation in Lok Sabha. So this article given women reservation in State Legislative Assembly. And this article says that the reservation for women will be implemented after delimitation only. So definitely there is a chance to ask the question about these articles. 100% you ought to be remember. 100% you ought to be remember. Okay, delimitation, you have to go through it. One more current affair. On World Tourism Day, Satpal Mahara, the tourism minister of Uttarakhand, unveiled the country first cartography museum. What do you mean by cartography? The study of maps. Everybody knows that. So the study of maps is called cartography. Cartography, study of maps. So they are going to display all the maps which are related to India, or maybe Everest, or maybe states, whatever may be, all kind of maps in 3D effect going to display in this museum. In Mussoorie, remember that? Mussoorie. Next, London city centre has the slowest moving traffic according to a report. So when you travel in some cities like Bengaluru or Mumbai, for example, if you go to Kolkata, the traffic will slow like move like a snail only. Very, very slow manner. The slowest traffic in the world, which is city? London. So London has the slowest traffic. Okay. So on average, if you want to travel 10 kilometers, it takes 36 minutes. It takes 36 minutes if you want to travel 10 kilometers. Is it clear? And second is Indian city, the Bangalore city. It takes almost 29 minutes to travel the 10 kilometers. Minimum 29. Okay. So this is as per one report. There is another report is there. Which published by National Bureau of Economic Research. National Bureau of Economic Research. They published top 10 cities which has the lowest traffic. That is called Bhiwandi, Kolkata, Ara. So these are 3 cities mentioned in top 10. Is it clear? Next, editor-in-chief, one of the world's oldest iconic New England Journal Medicine, and American professor microbiology and infection disease, Dr. Eric J. Rubin visited India. Simply he is an American scientist recently visited India. That is a matter. Okay. So when this kind of persons visited India, when some terminology was mentioned here, you have to go through it. As a person who is preparing for current affairs, the person who is preparing for this competitive examination, whenever in current affairs, some terminology mentioned, you have to go through that. So now a new study from research at the RIKN Center for Integrative Medicinal Science in Japan report that discovery of an order of gut bacteria that may help protect against type 2 diabetes and obesity by improving insulin resistance. Just go through it. Okay. Union Minister Nitin Gadkari ji and public scheduled on Prague, Czech Republic. What is this? Simply it is called 27th World Road Congress. So recently 2023 where the World Road Congress was held. It was held in Prague, Czech Republic. That's it. That is what to remember. Nothing more than that. Next, Technology and Bharatiya Bhasha Summit. So theme, Technology and Bharatiya Languages. So launch of 75 days Bharatiya Bhasha Utsav. So recently it was held in Delhi. So they'll ask you question simply that In which city recently Technology Bharatiya Bhasha Summit was held? In Delhi. In Delhi. Next, Swachhata Hai Seva. Swachhata Hai Seva. Everybody knows that our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji launched Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. Everybody knows that. We launched Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. So every year from 15th September to October 2nd, we used to launch a program called Swachhata Hai Seva every year. So every department, every ministry at state level and also central level, we have to maintain our premises, our offices in a clean manner. In a clean manner. So this time the theme for Swachh Bharat is nothing but called garbage free India. Definitely there is a chance to ask the question. Okay? Ek Tarikh, Ek Ganta, Ek Saath initiative. So what they did is, on the occasion of this October 2nd, the 10 a.m. So every Indian so has to clean, has to participate in the cleaning program, the 10 to 1. Okay, nothing but. Director of Revenue Intelligence saves 955 baby the gastric turtles in the operation Kachap. So not to remember all these things, simple remember that what is operation Kachap. That's it, you have to remember. What is operation Kachap? So there are many wildlife species are there. So which are moving from one state to other state or one country to other country in a illegal manner. In a illegal manner. So recently the DRI, the Director of Revenue Intelligence, captured some people who are moving these turtles from our country to other country, one state to other state. That's it. You have to remember that Operation Kachap related to the wild species. Okay. Recently, Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji visited some states, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Telangana. So when he visited these states and he was inaugurated, he was announced to some new schemes. Let us go through that. So PM lays foundation stone and dedicate the nation multiple development projects worth more than 13,500 crores in Mahabubnagar, Telangana. Okay, Mahabubnagar, Telangana. So Nagpur Vijayawada economic corridor. So Nagpur Vijayawada economic corridor. So he was started right later. Road project related to Hyderabad Visakhapatnam corridor. Okay. Inaugural train between Hyderabad, Kachiguda, Raichur and Kachiguda. Okay. And started multi-product petroleum pipeline between Krishnapatnam to Hyderabad. So Andhra Pradesh to Telangana. 900 crore new Samakka Sarakka Central Tribal University at Molgu. Out of all these things, this point you should be remembered. This point you should remember. Out of all these things, remaining points are general in nature. So Modi said that we are going to set up a Central Tribal University at Mulgu district and named as a Samakka Sarakka. So in Telangana, in this Mulgu district, crores of people every 2 years, they are going to celebrate the largest tribal gathering, the largest festival in Asia, that is called Samakka Sarakka Jatara. So these are tribal goddess, the name was given to the Central Tribal University. And also there was a LPG pipeline, Hasin Karnataka, the Cherlapalli in Hyderabad, the project cost is 2,170 crore. But this point you have to remember, this is very, very important point. Next he went to Nizamabad district in Telangana, where he announced one of the most important thing is National Turmeric Board. So Modi announced that National Turmeric Board, which is going to set up by central government in Nizamabad district. Nizamabad district. This is most important thing out of all these things. And he also dedicated to the nation 800 megawatts, the Telangana Super Thermal Power Plant at Peddapalli district. This is also important. So these 2 points you have to be remember. Okay, Central Tribal University in Telangana, National Turmeric Board in Telangana. These 2 points you have to be remember. Next, Modi went to Madhya Pradesh also. He dedicated to the Delhi Vadodara Express Highway. He was initiated the Giri Parvesh over 2.4 lakhs houses built under Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. Remaining that is okay. Next, Jammu and Kashmir villages, 100% villages of Jammu and Kashmir and UT achieve ODA plus model status under Swachh Bharat Mission Z. Okay. So in Jammu and Kashmir, all villages in Jammu and Kashmir, they achieved ODF plus. Sir, what is ODF, sir? Everybody knows that So open defecation free. Open defecation free villages. That means in our common man language, so people are not going outside or outside the house for toilet or whatever maybe. In this common man language I told you. So open defecation. So open defecation free. Okay. There are many villages in the country that declared as a open defecation free. There are villages called ODF plus villages. ODF plus villages. What is this ODF plus villages? It is a village which is maintaining the status of ODF, but also there is a solid waste management or liquid waste management. That means the village is having the facility of solid waste management or liquid waste management. That village is called ODF plus village. Any village which is having ODF status and also having both the facilities like solid waste management, liquid waste management, and it is called ODF plus. ODF plus the rising villages. ODF plus rising villages which is having ODF status and also solid waste management and solid waste management, liquid waste management. Is it clear? So as of 2023 September, the government of India announced that in India 75% of the villages, 75% of the villages are ODF status. 75% of the villages are ODF status. So they may ask you a question, please remember these points. Next, Shreya scheme empowered the thousands or 2,300 crore rupees allocated for education of SC and OBC students since 2014. You have to remember there is a scheme called Shreyas. So what is this Shreyas scheme? Simple. Scheme for higher education youth for apprenticeship and skills. So maybe there is a chance to ask a question, the abbreviation of Shreyas, number one. And number two, which of the following statement is to regarding Shreyas? A, it is a scheme for old people. B, it is a scheme for youth. C, it is a scheme related to women. Like that there is a chance to ask the question. So Shreyas is a scheme related to youth and about especially education. Suppose you want to go for coaching, right? You want to go for coaching, UPSC, syllabuses like that, and they will provide you money. Suppose you want to study in abroad, and you will get the money. Suppose you want to get entrance in IIT is like that, IIT Bombay or whatever maybe, and you will get the money. So this program will encourage the students, and youth and to go for coaching, to go for IITs or higher educationals or to study in overseas. That is what Shreyas scheme. So here there are totally 4 schemes are there under Shreyas. Free coaching scheme for SC and OBC. So the condition is your family income must be below 8 lakh per annum. Top class education for SCs. So cover SC students for pursuing studies beyond 12th class. Okay. And next low SC. If you are SC, if you want to study in other countries, and this scheme helpful for you. National Fellowship for SC students. Fellowship is provided to SC students pursuing higher education leading to MPhil. If you want to go do a PhD, you will be encouraged. Okay. So remember the Shreyas operation. Remember that the Shreyas is related to youth education. Next, 5 lakh street vendors covered under PM Swanidhi scheme. Everybody knows that in 2020 and 21 and due to COVID, many the small business people, street vendors affect a lot. They are the people affect a lot. So now government of India, in order to encourage them to go for business and launch a scheme called PM Swanidhi scheme. Under this scheme, the government will provide the loan to them so that they can continue their business, they can continue their livelihood. Is it clear? So launched in June 1, 2020, aim to facilitate collateral-free loan. Usually, for example, I am selling what we call some coffee mugs, or I am selling some breakfast, for example, or in Indian time. You are doing something on street, right? Or I am selling the fruit, or selling the flower. I am a street vendor. I don't have any properties, because whenever you want to get the loan from banks, they'll ask you where is the security. Whenever you want to get a loan from bank, they'll ask you security. Do you have a house? Do you have a land? See, as a street vendor, how can I have a land? How can I have a house? So when you don't have this security, when you don't have this house or land, you cannot get a loan because you don't have the security. So government is providing collateral-free loan. That means in spite you are not having any security, no land, no house, nothing is needed. So at a free of collateral, you will get a loan from bank. Is it clear? So it is implemented by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. and disbursement of a remarkable almost to 65.75 lakh loans are distributed and benefiting over 50 lakh street vendors and total value exceeding 8,600 crore. Wow, super. So this is called PM Swanidhi, PM Street Vendor, PM Street Vendor Atmanirbhar Nidhi. Is it clear? Interest is just 1% only. Okay. No copyright in scriptures but their adaptations protected, Delhi High Court. What is this? Scriptures in the sense, for example, Ramayana. So Ramayana is a scripture, okay, and Bhagavatam is a scripture, Mahabharatam is a scripture. Suppose I published a book which is talking about Ramayana story, as it is, okay. So can I claim a copyright on Ramayana book? Did the Ramayana story written by me? No. Ramayana story, the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, all the scriptures written many thousands years ago, right? No person has the right to claim on Ramayana. No person has right to claim on Mahabharata. How can I claim on Ramayana book? So Ramayana book is everyone, is open, right? I cannot say that I wrote a book on Ramayana, I can say that Ramayana story belongs to me. No. So no one has a right to claim a copyright on like scriptures like Bhagavad Gita, Ramayana, Mahabharata. But one thing is there. Suppose I made a movie like Adipurish, for example. I made a movie Adipurish based on Ramayana. I have all right on Adipurish movie which is based on Ramayana. But I don't have a right on Ramayana story. Anybody can make the movies on Ramayana. Okay? Right? So, no copyright in scriptures but their adoptions protected. Is it clear? Suppose I have made a TV series on Ramayana. I have right on Ramayana TV series. But I don't have a right on Ramayana story. I don't have a right on that Ramayana book. Okay? That is what Delhi High Court said. Next, green economy is going to be the new addition to India's future growth, says Union Minister Yajendra Singh. Recently, we are talking about blue economy related to ocean, green economy. We are talking about bioeconomy. Different terms we are using. For example, bioeconomy. 2014, our bioeconomy value $10 billion. Today, $88 billion. We are expecting that it is going to grow by $125 billion by 2025. The last question. So bioeconomy expect to grow $125 billion by ABCD 2025. And also recently Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji started Anusandhan National Research Foundation. As know that every country should have a research foundation institution which should encourage the research. For that purpose, with 50,000 crore rupees, they started the National Research Foundation. NRF will promote the culture of research and innovation throughout India's universities, colleges, research institution. So through this foundation, by providing the money as assistance, we are going to encourage the colleges, universities, private institutions more in research and innovation. Okay, right. Next, IMD. Despite El Nino, 73% areas received normal rainfall. So this year we thought that because of El Nino effect, we are going to receive the very less rainfall. But because of weak El Nino, and we received a good rainfall. But because of El Nino, North India was affected. Okay, of course, if we can discuss in detail, but this is a current affairs class, so it is going to spend more time. I can make a separate video on El Nino or La Nina as a part of geography. Aspiration block program will be 100% successful like aspirational district program by PM Modi. PM said that more focus should be on the optimum utilization of resources and also on convergence enabled to carrying out the work development of any block without spending extra. We are going to take care of one block as a unit, and we are going to more focus on development. Okay. India-Bangladesh conclude 15th joint working group trade meeting, discuss several bilateral issues. Everybody knows that India and Bangladesh, so both are having good friendship, right? So Bangladesh is a very good neighbor, right? So every year we'll have a meeting, and during that meeting we are going to discuss about the trade between India and Bangladesh, what we have to do, what not to do, about the taxes, restrictions, and also smuggling is going on between Bangladesh and India. More people are coming from Bangladesh border to India. They're smuggling drugs and weapons, everything. Like that every year we are going to discuss. This happened every year, not today, every year happened. So this time this meeting headed by Joint Secretary Vipul Bansal of Ministry of Commerce. So this time meeting was held in Dhaka. And this time they discussed about removal of port restrictions, and they discussed about comprehensive economic partnership between India and Bangladesh. They are going to be discussed. Okay, right. This is a common thing. So based on this, we should focus on what is the, as a student who preparing for competitive examination, so which states are sharing boundary with Bangladesh? Which states are sharing boundary with Bangladesh? What is the distance between all these things? Okay, we should know it. So if we talk about the Bangladesh and border, Bangladesh having border with West Bengal, having border with Assam and Meghalaya and Tripura and Mizoram. So Bangladesh sharing its border with 5 states. What are the 5 states? West Bengal, Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura, and also the Mizoram. Okay, so these states are sharing boundary with Bangladesh. And longest boundary, everybody knows that, longest boundary. Okay, now come to India-Bangladesh current affairs, which happened from the past 1 year. India-Bangladesh current affairs. So July 23 launched a trade transaction in rupees. Usually, when one country having trade transaction with other country, they are doing in dollar. Everybody knows that. So dollar is highly demanded and dollar is accepted everywhere. So suppose we are expecting something to Bangladesh, we'll ask payment in dollar. Bangladesh is exporting something to India, they'll ask payment in dollar also. But now we decided that let us have the payment in rupees only. So no need to depending on dollar, no need to make payment on dollar. So India, Bangladesh accepted that, agreed that let us have the make payment in rupees only. So we are going to avoid the dollar. That was happened in July 2023. And 50 startup exchange program between India and Bangladesh. And recently there was a discussion about the Daviki land port in Meghalaya. So this is Meghalaya. In Meghalaya there is a port. From that port we are going to do something export and imports between India and Bangladesh. Okay. And there is a festival called Sylhet Silchar festival between India and Bangladesh in Assam. Okay. And Indian Bangladesh pipeline, friendship pipeline was started. Indian Bangladesh friendship pipeline was started. So what is this pipeline, sir? In a sense, so we are going to export the diesel. We are going to export the diesel from India to Bangladesh. And that pipeline we called as a India-Bangladesh friendship pipeline. So we are going to transport the refined oil from Numaligarh Refine Limited. So it's going to connect Siliguri in West Bengal and Parbatipur in Bangla. It is going to connect Siliguri, what is called Siliguri in West Bengal. It is going to connect Parbatipur in West Bengal. The project cost is 346 crore amount and 130 kilometer pipeline, which is going to transfer 1 million metric per year. So Bangladesh is going to import diesel for 15 years from that day. Okay, remaining all these things. Bangladesh has been the second largest among the tourist gathering market for India in 2021. And between India and Bangladesh, there are 2 exercises are there, Sampriti and also Bongo Sagar and Sampriti. These are 2 military exercises between India and Bangladesh. Last time there was a news that Akahura Agartala rail link, that is also in the news only. And India and Bangladesh sharing 54 rivers in common, like that. So India and Bangladesh Army joint exercise called Samprati. Samprati 11 is a joint military exercise between India and Bangladesh. So recently held in Umroi in Meghalaya. Next, first training squadron port in Kalang, Meghalaya. Next, General Manoj Pandey, Chief of Army Staff of the Indian Army, embarks on official visit to Tanzania. So Indian Chief of Staff recently visited Tanzania because we want to maintain good relations with in terms of army, and our army gifted bulletproof jackets to Tanzania soldiers. We gifted bulletproof jackets to this Tanzania. So in talking about Tanzanian geography, Tanzania is a country which is located East Africa. Tanzania is a country which is located East Africa, which is having having the Indian Ocean as a boundary. Come to Tanzania, which is having a boundary with sharing boundary with Kenya, sharing boundary with Uganda, and also Rwanda, and also Burundi, and also having boundary with Zambia and also Mozambique. So it is sharing boundary with a main number of countries, men of countries. In about the Lake Victoria, the great famous Lake Victoria is not only in Uganda but also in the Tanzania also. So Lake Tanganyika is also very very important lake. So when the country in the news, you have to go through this map. You have to go through the geographical features also. That is very very important. Okay, WHO approves R21 malaria vaccine for use. Everybody knows that every year more than 270 million people are dying due to malaria, which is out of all death, nearly 90% of malaria death in Africa. Out of the malaria death, 90% death in among the children only. So very very dangerous disease, that is malaria, and that malaria is caused by mosquito. Everybody knows that. So earlier the WHO approved a vaccine for malaria. That was the first vaccine, and this is the second vaccine. It is the second vaccine for malaria. There is R21, also known as Matrix M malaria vaccine, approved by WHO. And this vaccine was developed by Oxford. This was developed by Oxford and also Serum Institute of India. So both developed this malaria vaccine. It is the second vaccine. So R21 Matrix M malaria vaccine by the University of Oxford, Serum Institute of India, and Serum Institute of India CEO and Poonawalla. Okay. So these are data about the malaria, because sometimes based on the current affairs you have to go through a subject. So this is related to biology, obviously related to biology. So mostly this malaria spreads through female Anopheles mosquito. Everybody knows that. The malaria also can be spread through blood transfusion and contaminated needles. Remember this one. They'll ask you question, which of the following statement is true regarding malaria? Yeah, it can spread through blood transfusion. You'll have a doubt. How malaria can spread through blood transfusion? Yes, it can be spread. Okay, right. There are 5 Plasmodium parasite species that cause malaria. The malaria can caused by 5 Plasmodium parasite. Out of this 5 Plasmodium parasite, the P. falciparum and P. vivax are dangerous, and this one is very very dangerous, which can cause death also. In 2021, as per WHO, nearly half of the world population was risk of malaria. Okay, right. And in that year there were estimated 247 million cases of malaria worldwide. Estimated number of malaria deaths today and this much, 6,19,000 died. Okay, roughly. And African region account for 95% of case, 96% of death. That means in the world 100 malaria cases are there, 95 cases in Africa. So if in the world 100 people died due to malaria, 96 in Africa only. And children under 5 accounted for almost 80% of death. This is what statistic about the malaria. Okay, right, go through that. This is the first vaccine of malaria, This is the second vaccine. Second vaccine is called R21. The first vaccine for malaria is RTS or AS01 malaria. Okay, this is the first vaccine. Next, I have to buy 156 more Prachanda light combat helicopters. It is talking about the Prachanda. What is Prachanda? It is a helicopter. What is this Prachanda helicopter specialty? Number 1, which is manufactured in India by HAL. Number 2, it is the only one helicopter in the world which can land and take off above 5,000 meters. Above 5,000 meters. Okay? Which is the only one helicopter in the world. Okay? Prachanda means helicopter, remember that. Who are manufacturing? Hindustan Aeronautical Limited. Iran claims launch of imaging satellite Noor 3 into orbit 450 kilometers above. Simply the last question, recently Noor 3 satellite was launched by which country? Iran. That's it. So these are the only 3 days current affairs. These are only 3 days current affairs. Okay, right? So after 3-4 days, I'll come up with once again current affairs. So this is the first video of this October month, right? If you want to get this qualitative and more exam related current affairs, and subscribe to our channel to get the more current affairs. So thank you very much. After 3 days I'll meet you again, and download the PDF. Download this PDF and from description after 1 hour. So after 1 hour, download the PDF from the description. So not only we are going to provide the qualitative current affairs and current issues, but also we are going to provide the PDF which are related to current affairs and current issues also. Thank you very much.